Hello everyone! In this video I'm trying out two different brands of oil pastels, the Jaxon and the Gallery Mungyo. And I'm still pretty new to oil pastels myself, so it's really fun trying these things out. The Jaxon oil pastel was actually the first one I ever bought, but I actually didn't really like them, so pretty soon after I bought the Gallery Mungyo. And yeah, in this video you will probably see why. It's they are very different from each other, and I think really depending on how you would use them, you might as well go for the Jaxon or the Mungyo. But yeah, the Jaxon one is definitely the budget oil pastel brand, and the Gallery Mungyo is kind of, I guess, the mid-range oil pastel. And yeah, there's quite a big difference in how they apply. So for this comparison video, actually, I drew the same illustration on both sides, and on the left side I'm using the Mungyo, and on the right side I'm using the Jaxon one. And I tried to like grab the colors that are most like each other to see how they would compare. And yeah, I just kind of did the same thing on both sides, like the blending. I tried to keep it as consistent as possible. So right away you kind of see here how much more opaque the Mungyo pastels are, especially with this lilac color. Lilac is actually one of my favorite colors, so it was really disappointing to see how badly it performed in the Jaxon with the Jaxon oil pastels. And also I tried to like apply this this pink as like a blending color in between the orange and the lilac, but on the Jaxon side it kind of became a very muddy color, which was a little disappointing. Like color wise, most colors they're pretty bright actually, but I think just the blending doesn't go too well, whereas like the Mungyo blends really well. So here I'm trying to blend with a piece of cloth. I had never done this before, but I saw other artists do this and I thought, you know what, I'll try it. Before this I actually usually just use my finger, and that works fine as well, I guess. So I don't know, I don't really, I guess you don't make your like you know, your hand doesn't get covered in oil pastels as much if you use a cloth. But other than that, I don't know, don't really prefer using a cloth for blending, but I thought it would be fun to try out. Like I said, I'm only just figuring it out myself and seeing what I like and what I don't. So To be honest, I haven't used different brands of oil pastels other than these. I actually just recently bought a few other ones, but that was just to refill my the colors that I finished already. Like, for example, I use a lot of whites, and white just goes so fast because I use it for a lot of blending, even though I use it kind of like a lot in the background, and I did that with this drawing as well. I think oil pastels might be my favorite medium at the moment because they are like, at least the gallery one, the gallery Mungyo one, I feel like it is kind of like a medium that is like, I almost want to say I'm painting when I'm using them. Like, it's more like drawing, obviously, but because the medium is so soft and smooth, it almost feels like painting. But what I like about it is that I don't have to like set up a whole painting setup. I don't have to get my brushes. I don't have to set up like the whole colors. I guess the only downside is you cannot really like blend, like you have to blend colors on the paper instead of like mixing the color that you want. So you're kind of blending as you're working. But on the other hand, I also kind of really do like that. It's sort of relaxing to see how things blend in with each other as I'm drawing. And as you can see now, you see like that there's a lot of flakes coming off the oil pastels. I am actually very curious to see how that is in other brands of oil pastels. Like, I know you have even more expensive ones, but like the Jaxon one, I think is even worse than the gallery pastels. With the Jaxon one, I had a lot of flakes, and I think to me right now, that's maybe the only downside I have with the oil pastels, is there's just so much flakes coming off of them, and I'm sometimes really confused as to what to do. I feel like that it works best if you have like a really soft brush. I don't have that many soft brushes, so I'm kind of using what I have. But I guess if you have like a brush that has soft bristles, it comes off quite easily. And but even sometimes when I do that, I have like the color gets stuck on the brush, and then I start to smudge it over the paper, the color. So I'm kind of trying to find a way to make this a lot easier, and so that I don't ruin the painting. So there are a few colors in the Jaxon oil pastels that are actually had a really nice payoff, like this red brown color that was pretty good. I feel like the lighter the color, the worse the performance was. And with the gallery Mungyo, they have just a really nice color payoff. Like, even the lighter colors are just super opaque. I usually find it really scary almost to buy more expensive art materials, because like the more expensive they are, the more frightened I am to use them. Like it almost feels like if I ruin the painting, I have ruined the medium I'm working with. So I think, you know, if you're trying stuff out, it's nice to not like use the most expensive thing. At the same time, if you know you don't like how it looks, then it can also take away a lot of the fun. So I think finding something that you know, is both kind of like budget but still looks and works like nice is super important to me anyway. That's obviously possibly different for a lot of people. So here I'm just setting up like the colors for the background, and I'm gonna blend that in with like a lot of white. And this is why I said like I use a lot of white, because I use it like kind of over the like whole background just to fill in all the spaces. And I mean, I don't like leaving the paper there because I mean, I just want everything to look consistent. And yeah, so everything should have like that oil pastel layer at least. I also just recently started using a fixative for my finished works with oil pastels, and that was so nice because that really helps with like making them less sticky and having that smudgy feeling on them. So as I'm recording this voiceover, I'm kind of zoning off looking at the video. It's just, I don't know, I find it always also very relaxing to look at other people's time lapses, to see like the colors getting on the paper, the movement. So because there were so much flakes on the paper, I started to have a little bit of a problem with like the white. I should have cleaned the flakes, I guess, first, but I didn't, because I didn't feel like doing that. So it started to get a little bit smudgy with like the black one, especially the black flakes. But I mean, that's alright. It's not terrible. So to be honest, like the lilac color was the absolute worst color, I think, in the Jaxon palette, especially compared to the gallery lilac. And since that's my favorite color, that's so important. But to be honest, there were also quite a few nice opaque colors in the Jaxon one. I think you have to just find the right ones. Like I said, the darker the color, the better the performance was, and yeah. I also had a bit of a hard time removing those flakes. They are a little bit sticky. I think the Jaxon pastels, I don't know, they feel almost more like waxy than like oily, I guess. More like crayons. So this is always the best part. I try to remove the tape really slowly. I actually need like other tape because this one kind of ruins the paper sometimes. It's a little too sticky. But oh, I love to just look at that very clean edge appearing. So here they are, side by side, with a little zoom in so you can see kind of the detail and how they look close up on the paper. So the Gallery Mungyo definitely looks like it has a lot more, like an actual layer of oil pastel, and the Jaxon one is, well, it's more opaque. I hope you liked this comparison video and maybe it made it easier for you to choose which one you would like to buy. And well, thanks for watching. Bye.